Good afternoon and welcome back to our first day of the Winter Institute. We want to again thank our title sponsor for the Winter Institute event, K-12 Insight. And in addition, we want to thank our signature partner, Day Automation. So enjoy these words from Day.
Hi, my name is Jeff Day. From all of us at Day Automation, we'd like to sincerely thank you for all you've done to keep school running smoothly this year. We are grateful to have had the opportunity to be your partner during these difficult times. There are reasons to be optimistic as we turn our attention to the road ahead. It won't be long before the students fill the hallways and we're able to enjoy a concert in the auditorium, and families will again have a chance to really have a wonderful time at a Friday night game in the gym. The future is truly bright, but we recognize there's new challenges ahead of us, and we want you to know that we'll be there to help. We're coming into a time where your facilities will need to operate at their very best. We need to rethink what's possible to optimize buildings so they'll not only provide a healthy learning environment, but also reduce operating costs. We need to continue to keep our school community safe and secure as the classrooms begin to fill once again. We need to enhance the in-person and virtual learning experience through increased connectivity and new communication tools. We must collaborate with one another to maximize each of the funding streams available to your district. The road ahead is truly exciting, and we can't wait to see what it brings. Thank you once again, and we hope you enjoy today's conference.
That video still makes me beg the question, where in the world is Ted DeVoe? But moving right along to the most important business of the afternoon, please help me welcome to introduce the New York State Superintendent of the Year, the very distinguished superintendent from Jericho, Hank Grishman.
Thank you, Bob. Good afternoon, everyone. The New York State Superintendent of the Year Award pays tribute to the talent and vision of men and women who lead our state's public schools. Candidates are selected through a comprehensive application process focusing on leadership, communication, professionalism, and community involvement, and selected by the Council's Distinguished Service Committee. It is with great pleasure that I announce that Dr. Roberto Padilla, Superintendent of the Newburgh Enlarged City School District, was unanimously selected as the 2021 New York State Superintendent of the Year. Dr. Padilla is a champion of equity and access and is committed to serving all students. He has been an active member of our Commission on Diversity and Inclusion and has served on the Council's Executive Committee as well as the House of Delegates. For those of you who may not know Roberto, he leads the Newburgh City School District, which is about 60 miles north of New York City. He characterizes himself as a teacher who happens to be a superintendent, and he has been nationally recognized as a champion for all children. His board president, Carol Mineo, has said, and I quote, "Especially during such a scary and unpredictable time in our lives, this award brings joy and hope to the people of our city and town. Our district is often overlooked for notable achievements, and I am thrilled that Dr. Padilla has been recognized, joining some of the exceptional educators earning statewide recognition. Dr. Padilla is proud of what his district has achieved together over the last several years. Before we hear from Roberto, we want to first share this video highlighting the great work of the people of Newburgh.
We have 27 National Board certified teachers and welcome new ones every year.
We have over 100 Google certified educators and 1 Amazon Web Services Cloud ambassador.
We have 18 career and technical education programs right here at Newburgh Free Academy that prepare our students for college and career.
Over the next 8 years, this swimming pool renovation is one of 15 capital improvement projects which will prepare our schools for the future.
Our Health Science Nurse Aid program is a New York State Model CTE program, and we have an ACTE National Teacher of the Year.
We have had 7 of the highest performing STEM teachers who are part of the New York State Master Teacher program.
We have 2 Fulbright Distinguished Teachers, and I am one of them.
We have established a strong My Brother's Keeper network to ensure that our young men of color are reaching their potential and preparing them to be leaders in their community.
NFA West is a high school campus, a big picture program that allows for students to learn in the most beneficial ways for them. Each student will take part in an internship inside the community.
We have active learning spaces where scholars can sit and move so they're comfortable, which helps them better engage in their learning.
We serve free breakfast and lunch to every student every day, no questions asked.
I'm Roberto Padilla, the proud superintendent of the Newburgh and Lawrence City School District. And what you just saw were just a couple of examples about why our district is unique and why our community is so proud. Let's go on a journey so you can see firsthand how we've been moving from rhetoric to action as it relates to equity. And here we are at Newburgh Free Academy, better known as NFA. I'm reminded every time I come here of my younger self when I walked these same hallways and sat in the same classes, sat in the same cafeteria, and even talked to some of the same people. This is a special place in my heart, as it is for our community. Why don't you come inside and take a look? Now we're inside of Newburgh Free Academy at one of our many construction sites. In Newburgh schools, we're committed to providing our scholars with a world-class education. We focus on college and careers. We want our scholars to cross Academy Field and have options in life, so that way they can be successful with what they choose. So our equity journey has been extremely rewarding, and our community completely supported the vision of where we're going in the future. They supported a $257 million capital bond project. And why? Because our scholars and our educators deserve it. We're revolutionizing our facilities so that way children have state-of-the-art environments to learn and grow. Here we are at Gidney Avenue, one of our elementary schools. They have a brand new active learning space, and all across our district, we're reimagining our classrooms and rethinking how children interact with each other and how they interact with their teachers. Reimagining these spaces is all about how we rethink the future. COVID-19 has dramatically impacted school districts across the country forever, and we're still trying to understand the true impact of what we're going to be dealing with for the next several years. When all schools were forced to close last spring, Newburgh schools were able to pivot very successfully. And that was due to the early investments we've made several years ago to allow our school district to go one-to-one for 12,000 students. We do see this as an equity issue. So making sure children had access to quality devices as well as mobile hotspots was really important to make sure that the continuity of learning continued during this new time. Here we are at Meadow Hill, one of our K-8 schools. Just recently, we celebrated our 1 millionth meal served during the pandemic. And these people have been nothing short of amazing serving our community. And in Newburgh, we see serving quality meals as an equity issue. Every time a child sits in a classroom thinking about food, they're not concentrating on their academics. And we don't want to create food deserts. So making sure that our children, regardless of their socioeconomic status, regardless of their zip code, they have access to a quality breakfast and quality meal every single day. And here we are on Academy Field, a very symbolic moment in the journey of a Newburgh Scholar. They come to us as 4-year-olds in pre-K and leave us as adults. We talk here in Newburgh about crossing Academy Field, ending one part of the journey and starting another one into adulthood. So Newburgh Scholars don't cross Academy Field alone. They cross Academy Field with a family. And that includes community partners, administrators, educators, and their families. Our vision and mission is very clear. We're all united behind it. Through the work of all, we will achieve inclusive excellence. And that's what we strive towards every day. That's our aspiration, to be a district that is inclusive, where all children, all adults experience excellence and success. Inspiring students to become tomorrow's leaders beyond Academy Field is our mission. That's what gets us up in the morning and drives us every single day to make sure we can ensure that every child by name and face crosses Academy Field. And why? Well, we take our role of inspiring our students very seriously. They deserve it, and they should have an opportunity at a world-class education. So whether they decide to be a leader back in their community, or they decide to be a leader somewhere else in the world, that's okay. Our world needs more leaders, and we know the children of Newburgh are prepared to do so.
Incredible, impressive video, Roberto. Roberto, congratulations on this achievement. And we now invite you to say a few words and share with us this afternoon.
Thank you. I want to start off by thanking the NYSCA staff for making this a special event. I know how hard you work. They say cream rises to the top, and you are certainly top notch. Muchas gracias. Join me in thanking our signature partner, Day Automation Systems, for sponsoring this session. Thank you to the Distinguished Service Committee for taking the time to review the nominees. Congratulations to those who were considered. We have a great group of superintendents in New York State, and I'm honored and humbled to be recognized among you all. I want to acknowledge Hank Grishman, superintendent of the Jericho Union Free School District, for his work as the distinguished chair. Hank, Newburgh thanks you. I owe a special thanks to Chuck Diedrich, the executive director of NYSCAS, and the NYSCAS officers and the executive committee members. You're an amazing group of leaders, and you make New York shine bright. New York State stands out above other states because of leaders like you. You are second to none. To my Board of Education, thank you for your support and for pushing me. Together, we've done amazing work. This honor is truly yours. To the best executive leadership team, my communications team, thank you for believing in me and having my back. The work of the superintendency is extremely complex. You step up and answer the call each time, always leading by example and always doing the work with pride. And to the most amazing Newburgh community, thank you. It's an honor to be your superintendent. Each day I wake up, I'm reminded how I am blessed to serve in this role. Our community is a resilient one, comprised of rich talent and diversity. And finally, my family. Thank you for your support and being my inspiration. I love harder and lead wiser because of you. Te amo mucho. We all have unique journeys. Our lives are filled with moments, both small and big, that guide our thinking and how we lead. For me, I have a soft heart for children who are facing circumstances through no fault of their own. I'm compelled to fight harder for them, to advocate and remove barriers that are in front of them. My path was not easy. I had to overcome friends who were murdered, foster care, relying on shelters for basic needs. I was the first in my family to graduate high school and go to college. While in college, I studied abroad. Instead of hanging out as senior frogs, I regularly volunteered at the Boys and Girls Orphanage, teaching them how to read and write. I've always been drawn to public education because how it changes lives, how it changed my life. And the point of education is not to escape poverty, but rather, the point of education is to end it. All across New York State, we have superintendents inspiring their communities to love all children regardless of their story, irrespective of their walk in life. And rather than lowering expectations because of their situation, you all continue to raise them because you know and recognize our children can do it. They can and will be successful. Yes, they may need a little more attention. Occasionally, they'll need an extra snack or meal at times, a little more flexibility, and maybe access to more caring and forgiving adults. Please continue to be the champion for your community. Do not lose that fire. During this pandemic, we've heard stories of sadness and success. People of all ages have passed, and in some schools, students have, quite frankly, disappeared. We have students who have yet to step foot in a school building in a year. However, the pandemic cannot be an excuse. We have an opportunity to embrace the future by thinking of solutions once considered unrealistic. Together, let's be trailblazers so that way our children and our districts flourish. Let's stop the stampede back to status quo, to the same systems that disproportionately failed Black and Brown communities. Instead, we have to innovate and do better. In Berg, we say, let's shoulder up. That means we stand shoulder to shoulder to blaze a new way forward in New York. Lastly, I want to thank the Newburgh Scholars. You continue to rise up and represent the very best of our community. You inspired me to remain persistent every single day. And for that, I love you. On behalf of Newburgh, thank you for this prestigious award. It means a lot.